Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Hurt Business Podcast with your hosts, CP and JB, coming at you on this beautiful Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. We in here, baby, on Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Pugilism Company.
Yeah, bro, the whole nine, dog. Yeah,
all
bro.
All of the above. We in here making it happen.
All of the above, bro. What's the word, man? What's the word?
Nothing, man. Nothing is gonna stop me, man. CBS can't be stopped.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Through the rain, the pain, the storm, the technical difficulties and whatnot.
The whole nine, bro.
I'm coming to you live from a trap phone tonight.
Trying to tell you, bro.
We making it twerk, making it work.
Bro, it don't matter how many difficulties we come across, bro. We gonna make this shit happen. It don't matter, bro. It's coming to you. Look,
hey, we'll get somebody over there to you.
Oh yeah, you already know. Shit, man. Look, let's just dive into it, bro. Boxing news, man. We got Mean Machine versus Zewski.
Zewski let me down. I called him for the upset. He made me look like a complete ass.
Yeah, man.
He didn't even really show up. You know what it seemed like.
Nah, he didn't, man. I mean, he got pounded on from round one until it was all over with, man. Got KO'd. I really can't say much about it. The boy just got his ass beat down. You know what I mean? He didn't look like he was there really to put on the show. He gave a little bit of resistance. Man, but he ain't give enough, bro. Like, I knew Mean Machine was gonna beat him down and shit. That's exactly what happened, bro. I mean, he fought him on his own terms. Mean Machine didn't really give no room for him to make a mistake. And he got the job done, bro.
And the Zooster got smoked like a swisher. Pretty much, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty straight up and down with that, man. Yeah. Moving on.
Yeah, pretty straight up and down, man. Oh, BKFC. Man, to be real, I think Thiago Alves, man, he didn't know what he signed up for when he made his debut, but against Julian Lane. But I mean, he got a rude awakening real quick. I mean, he looked like he was trying to get his stride, man, and everything, bro. He just seemed like it was just off. You know, he used to be in like full combat, full throttle.
It's a bar fight.
Yeah, it wasn't that though. It wasn't what he expected it to be like full throttle and this and that. You can kind of tell that he had some problems with his feet, with his footwork, because you know they so used to when they get in the jam. One thing about MMA fighters, man, when they get into a jam, bro, they know when they get into a jam on the feet, they know they got other ways and other avenues that can bail them out of it, right? Make up for their shortcomings. That wasn't the case, you know what I mean? And he was fighting somebody who really got that. His cherry was already popped in the BKFC anyway. So in Julian Lane, so he wasn't fighting somebody who was making their debut too. Yeah, if he was fighting somebody, I think Julian Lane, he had like if I'm not mistaken, like 4 or 5 BKFC fights. So at the end of the day,
he's a barroom veteran.
Yeah. To be real, you know, Alves did a lot better than what I expected. He edged him out in a decision, and you know, I'm interested to see what happens after that, bro. But I just think that he needs to get a little bit better on his feet. And
these things are unpredictable, man. Like I told you don't know.
Well, I mean, when once he start fighting people that's used to that style of fighting, he gonna have to get better with them. If he don't get better with them, he gonna get smoked. You know what I mean? And in the co-main, Hector Lombard, he beat the shit out of Kendall Grove, man. I'm talking about it had to be like a minute and some change into the first round, bro. He dropped Kendall Grove like 3 times, and then the referee seen enough of that shit. You know, it was just. But if you think about it, though, I mean, Hector Lombard, he a real compact guy, man. He got power. Kendall Grove is he's lanky, man. You know, he don't really have too much pop behind his punches and stuff like that. So I just knew that Lombard was gonna come in there and beat the shit out of him. I just didn't know how long it was gonna last, and it lasted round, bro. And that was the end of the album.
That's usually how they go, man.
Yeah, that was usually how it go. All right, we're gonna walk right into the Canelo case being dismissed. I got a little bit of information on it, but not too much. They just, from what I was reading, they said that they just dismissed it in its first form. I don't know if they're gonna revisit the situation or what you got on it? What you heard about it?
All right, the deal is this. Like you said, it's been dismissed in its submitted form. So something that he submitted was either incorrectly written in law jargon or invalid. So he and his team have 2 weeks to amend the claim and file again. So they have until September 28th. If they don't, it would likely result in an outright dismissal. Now, Oscar De La Hoya is playing it very smart. He hasn't taken any side. He's done everything but outright support Canelo Alvarez.
Even with him being sued?
In the issue, yes. Oscar De La Hoya put out a statement saying, while yesterday's order does not end the case, we are hopeful that this error will allow us to reset and refocus on what's important, working together to get Canelo back in the ring against the top opponent, ASAP. Now, before this, Oscar De La Hoya has come out in saying that Callum Smith or Billy Joe Saunders absolutely should fit the bill for opponents for DAZN to approve, and that he wanted to do those fights and a third fight with Triple G. All right, and that they were waiting for DAZN on the matter. So he's really supporting Alvarez's claims in this.
Okay.
Now, some other news is that the Alvarez lawsuit is really threatening the future of the digital streaming service, DAZN.
Because it's gonna break them. It's probably gonna break them.
It's that and a combination of the coronavirus that's threatening their future. They were already running up annual losses of $500 million at the start of last year. Yep, that was before being sued by Canelo, who was alleging failure. Now that's 500 million euro. So y'all do the translation on dollars in American dollars, okay? Now Canelo, of course, was alleging their failure to facilitate 2 fights in 2020, which was contractually obligated. All right, and this in conjunction with COVID-19 preventing crowd attendances that were helping to finance Canelo's deal is putting the streaming service in jeopardy. Yep.
Man, but how can you run? How can you take $500 million losses annually? How long has DAZN been up and running? What, a couple years maybe? It haven't been that long.
I think like 2017 or 18.
Yeah, it ain't been that long, bro. And I know they had big backers. I remember that because I remember everybody was saying the talk was is Hearn. You know, he found somebody that had some deep pockets and that was willing to. And I remember they was going through that phase where they was trying to sign a whole bunch of fighters. You remember that whole thing with Adrian Broner? They made Adrian Broner an offer.
Right.
They made all these different people an offer, right? But what I'm trying to figure out is the subscription base wasn't there? Even when they brought Canelo along and brought...
They were counting on signing fighters like Canelo, the Golden Boy roster, Danny Jacobs, Triple G. They were counting on that, gaining them subscribers. Their biggest loss is coming on the American side of things. You know, they were already established in the UK, overseas.
Yeah.
They're taking their losses because they've expanded to America, and it's not hitting quite like they thought it would. Now, you know who's waiting in the wings? ESPN. ESPN is ready to pounce if Canelo gets released from his contract, and that's something to look out for. And I think that would be a good move, a real good move, real power move. That's a stable company. They're already established. They've got the streaming service along with the regular cable-based platform that you kind of need. You know what I'm saying? When you're dealing with a fighter of the stature of Canelo Alvarez.
The infrastructure is definitely there. But I'm curious to know that the subscription base, the numbers, when it come down to added subscription users and things of that nature. I'm interested to see the numbers about that though, because I thought for sure Canelo brought people there.
I think he got him like 1 million initially.
Because didn't their price go up in that time frame too?
It did.
Yeah.
It did. And that hindered them. I think they outpriced themselves.
Mm-hmm. And then the thing about it too, I was looking at now that you bring up ESPN, you know, they have that bundle with Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus, and you get all of those services for $12 a month.
See, what you paying, like 10 for DAZN?
I think it's like $10, or I think it's a little bit more than that, to be honest with you.
They might have went up to $19.99, Chief.
Man, I think so, because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, that it's $99 yearly and it's $19.99 monthly. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, just for that service alone, and to be honest with you, on the American side, the only thing they can offer is boxing. I mean, hardly we don't have an audience for soccer that way. You know, that's not offered at other outlets already. You know what I'm saying? ESPN do a great job with soccer. You know what I mean?
So see, that's what they were counting on, and they didn't quite build the roster that they thought they would build to gain the American fan base, and they're really struggling, man. They're hemorrhaging cash, and as we stated on Friday's episode, they're laying off employees. We know this to be true.
Yeah.
So it's all signs are pointing towards DAZN going the way of HBO in boxing.
And to be real too, to their credit, DAZN is a good product. The idea of DAZN is a good product. They just didn't package this shit right at all, man. Like they lean too much on the international market. If they would have tailored it a way to where, you know, you don't have to pay $19.99 and you just continue pay the $5 just for the access to boxing,
right?
That would have been perfect, because people like me would have bought into it, because I get, if you break down the package, the bundle that I just broke down for you, right? The Hulu, the Disney Plus, and the ESPN Plus for $12.99 with on their deal. What that is, that's less than $5 for each service. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I normally watch boxing if I'm only getting ESPN Plus. I only keep ESPN Plus really because for the boxing product. You know, everything else I don't really care about. But they're not charging me $19 to keep that service. They're only charging me what, $3-4. You see what I'm saying? So
hey, like the man said on Django, when they came out with the hoods, the KKK, they were riding in and everybody's hood was flapping, they couldn't see.
Mm-hmm.
Man said all you do is criticize.
Yeah.
It was a good idea. Probably could have executed a little bit better.
Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. It was a good idea, because I always said that boxing needed something like that, but they just executed this. But you know, it goes to show you too, it don't matter how much money that people throw at a product, the execution is the success lies in the execution. The money don't matter.
You've got to have people in place who know what they're doing, who are knowledgeable about the sport and the business of boxing.
Yeah.
Because throwing money at something definitely is not the answer. Even Al Heyman with his PBC was losing money.
Yeah.
Because they're overpaying guys. I don't know how they're surviving off of their network establishments. They were actually paying to be on free television. And that's right. That's where their initial losses were from their donors, Waddell and Reed, I believe, came in.
Yeah, they had some. Yeah, I think that was the backers. I think that was
right. They were having some issues there. I don't know if they've straightened out, but you know, Al Heyman's got deep pockets. He's got deep pockets, and he's got a roster. You've got a roster like him.
Mm-hmm.
You can bounce back from some things. You know, he's got product.
Yeah.
Anytime you got product, you can make your money back.
Exactly. That's why I said. That's why I said what it was. I think it was last episode or episode before that.
Yeah.
That deal with DAZN and Canelo and Golden Boy was not the ideal. It wasn't the ideal situation for a company like Golden Boy. Even though name recognition go a lot further with Golden Boy than with PBC, for instance. Like if you say PBC to a casual, they wouldn't know what the fuck you talking about. But if you say Golden Boy Promotions, they'll know. I think recognition can only get you so far, but they don't have the meat behind they names. They don't have enough names there. There's just not enough product for them. You know what I'm talking about? So I just feel like that deal right there was dead in the water from go. Now, if Al Heyman would have made that deal, that'd be different. But, because he got a lot more that he can push. A lot more recognizable names. Canelo is a big name, but when Canelo not fighting, the roster is dead. Golden Boy is dead when he's not fighting.
Man. Let's be honest. The deal works if 2020 doesn't happen and all hell doesn't break loose, because Canelo Alvarez can draw flies to shit. He can fight anybody and people are gonna show up. You're gonna make money off the gate. He's got his fan base.
But it don't transition into. But it really don't transition.
It would like get you some subscribers though.
Yeah.
Him not fighting twice this year put him in a big hole.
You think that's what really put him behind the 8-ball?
It helped.
Yeah.
Big time. What we got next?
Gary Russell rejects the Haney fight, and Bill Haney responded. Gary Russell, man, I'm kind of tired of talking about him. You know, he been talking big shit the past couple months, man, to be real. I just feel like this guy here, he just running his trap just to get notoriety and clout at this particular point. Man, you don't need to get on camera all the time and say you a real one, you a real one, you a real one, and you a businessman and all this old shit. But you don't have to do all that if you really conducting business behind the scenes, right? So when he went on live and he said what he said about they sent them a contract, I'm speaking of the Haney camp sent Gary Russell a contract, and the network wasn't behind him, and this and that wasn't behind him, and all that shit. Bro, for one, you didn't have to get in the public to say that. That's just all you did was just give your fans and give the people who supported the fight a reason that you declined to fight. And two, Bill Haney responded and said, man, that was a term sheet. Everybody get term sheets in this business. There is no contracts to be signed and sent over and this, that, and the third, unless the terms, the actual terms, the meat and potatoes of the fight need to be agreed upon. Or why am I going to waste the time to get a contract drawn up if we can't even agree on the particulars?
Right. Although I don't like Gary Russell's antics lately and how he's been going about things, some of his skepticism really is kind of validated when you hear the news of the DAZN and you hear what's going on over there. He kind of has every right to be a little skeptical that they're not on board, because but I will say this. He has nothing to lose by signing a term sheet.
No.
Because if things don't pan out, if they can't get it with DAZN, then he's free to go make a fight with whoever he wants to.
ESPN could pull a fight up. Anybody
could make this, you know what I'm saying, a viable. It's a big fight, and anyone will want it on their network.
Bill said that even Showtime was showing interest in that fight.
Right. So they were just trying to get him on board to shop the fight. But if it was contingent upon DAZN putting it on, then we kind of, it's just between a rock and a hard place here, because who knows who knows their future in the sport of boxing. I think they have one fight schedule set up coming up here.
I mean, but
And
what you got to lose though? Like what,
you don't have anything to lose, especially when you've been running your mouth like Gary Russell has. You kind of go ahead and you call their bluff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You put it back on them. You put the onus back on them to deliver. If they don't deliver, then you can go on and make tons of videos from your car, from your front yard, from the gym. You know, you can really get your plies on and your Dr. Umar and do your thing and talk that talk. Then I'm feeling you. I'm feeling what you're saying. Yeah, you called a bluff, boy. You got at him. But right now, he kind of crawfished on the whole thing.
Yeah, you know, you were talking that shit, talking about he wanted 1.5. Bill and them looked at that like, oh shit, that's all he want. All right,
Bill and them had the 1.5. They giving it to him out of their pocket.
Yeah. That lets you know, bro. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like,
because quiet is kept. Bill done had money for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. And you know, Devin is on up. Devin on the up right now. So I don't understand why.
He had money before Devin had money.
No, but I'm saying Devin is gonna be Devin is another means for him to keep it.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Bill Haney.
Yeah.
Salute to you, my brother.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I recognize the hustle.
Yeah, and he a real one too, cause like what he was saying, man, he was just like, bro, I don't like he was even real about getting on Devin Haney profile, getting on his son profile and putting it out there, because he even knew his reach wasn't gonna go as far as when he put it on there. If he would have went on his own profile, because everybody was in the comments talking about, yeah, but why you stole your son's phone? Man, he a businessman.
Say Devin sleep like a boss.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He a businessman. He needed to get this point across real quick. Like he don't need you to get to looking for this message. He need this message to be seen, heard, and understood. You feel me? So, you know, but that's just the difference between people that's really trying to do business and people just talking. And like I say, Bill looked like he was ready to do business. He willing to do business. And he even said it. You can talk all that shit you want, Russell, but guess what? You the fight. We ain't walking off the fight. Now, if you don't like it, say you just don't want the fight. We ain't moving on.
That's real talk, JB. But look, I got some things here that are really this is some really telling news here. And, it's about your boy TDE. Floyd Money Mayweather, man, he's kind of going down a road you really don't want to go down. I mean, as we know, him and his ex-girlfriend were in the process of going to court, $20 million lawsuit, right? So then comes her untimely demise, the details around which are still murky, you know. But now Floyd Mayweather is asking the court to sanction his late ex-girlfriend as part of her $20 million lawsuit against him. All right. He's back in court trying to get her lawsuit dismissed. She originally filed a lawsuit in 2015 and accused the fighter of lying about a domestic violence incident in an infamous Katie Couric interview.
Okay, I remember that.
He claimed during the altercation that she was high on drugs, had to be restrained.
Remember
the
that
girlfriend
too.
called BS. Says that he violently assaulted her. He was sentenced to 2 months behind bars over the incident. And she had to shut down Floyd's attempts to have the case dismissed several times. And they were set to face off later this year. But due to her death, the lawsuit can only move forward if someone connected to her takes control of her estate and decides to continue. At the moment, nobody has done so.
Not even the kids.
Right. Floyd says the central issue was whether she was on drugs. He claims she took street drugs, but she always claims they were prescribed. All right. So
now you know what else too? Now that you bring that up, I was hearing something. I heard something about that too, and they said that that none of her 3 kids wanted to pursue the lawsuit against her, their father, and on her behalf because they the heirs of her estate. But my thing is, from a father perspective, Floyd, why you doing that shit, bro? I understand, bro. I understand that you want to be undefeated, bro. But goddamn, man, you taking the O a little bit too far.
Yeah, sometimes just take a L, man.
Just take the L, bro.
You got settle. Give 10 million to her estate. The estate's probably gonna go to the children. They're your children. Come on, man.
Bro, what you fighting at this point? What you fighting at this point? Listen, hear me out real quick. What you fighting at this point, bro? You already went to jail.
You went to jail for it.
They already convicted you for it, bro. There's no way that you can say that this shit is clean your name and all this X, Y, and Z bullshit, bro. You already went to jail, bro. You dig what I'm saying? She sued you, bro. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if anything is going to their estate, it's going to her estate, meaning she's demised, bro. She's deceased, nigga. She's done. It's going to go to your kids. Yeah, it's going to go to your kids, but she want to go 51-0, bro. That's all it is, man. He taking that undefeated record, man, a lot more personal than what I thought. In a way, he kind of let me down. But that's just what happens, though, bro. You know what else, though? I can kind of identify. Hold up. I can kind of identify. But I can kind of identify with that, too, bro, playing devil's advocate, because I, too, also have that winning attitude. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't know, man.
JB, man, TBE has let us down numerous times out of the ring. He's never let us down inside that square circle.
No, never.
But, man, he always seems to let me down when it comes to stuff like this, bro. He is the worst at putting me in a bad position. I've been defending this man in these internet streets
forever and a day.
Facebook hallways a long time. And I just been spouting a bunch of rhetoric.
Yeah.
And undefeated lines. And you can't beat him. And what was the one? What was the one, man? We used to hit him with all the time. He's shit, man. What was that one?
Man, I can't remember, man. We didn't.
Hold on. We're gonna get it. Hold up. I'm gonna look it up.
But we done talk so much shit. We done talk so much shit about that guy, man. I ain't gonna lie.
We've been telling guys a long time. If you don't like it, learn to love it.
Yeah.
The best thing going today.
Bro, I've been telling them, but I'm telling them boys, man. Hey, bro. I've been trying to tell them boys, man. They don't understand though. But see though, like Floyd, man, a trip, bro. He know how to ruffle people's feathers, man. That's really why I like him, but some shit he be doing.
We know how to ruffle people's feathers too.
Oh, you already know it. And look, another thing too. Speaking of ruffled feathers, Stephen Espinosa and Leonard Ellaby, man, their feather was ruffled against the editor of Ring Magazine, Doug Fisher. You know, he put out an article. Man. It was kind of, everybody know when it comes down to Ring Magazine and anything that has nothing to do with Golden Boy, it's gonna be biased, because Golden Boy pretty much run Ring Magazine. I think Oscar own it. Yeah, Oscar own it, right? Well, the editor, he put out a article and shit talking about the numbers, and CBS lost money, Showtime lost money on all the Floyd fights. So I'm just go ahead and read a little insert. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, man. He basically, Doug Fisher, part of the article, he basically was saying, but what they needed to realize before they entered the U.S. market is that bona fide attractions, stadium fighters like Canelo and Anthony Joshua, or even guys who can fill arenas like Triple G, are very rare in boxing. The only mega event that Canelo could engage in for the foreseeable future was the third fight with Golovkin. And if they were able to get that fight done in 2019, then what? Canelo is not like Floyd Mayweather. He's very proud and extremely serious about the sport and his legacy. He's not a showman. He's not going to be interested are satisfied with knocking over 9 boxers just to look like he's invincible. That's not how he wants to earn his money or reputation. He said a lot more, but I'm just going to say this. Leonard Ellerby couldn't wait to fire back. Leonard Ellerby was like, he basically was just, ranting and shit. But he said that, who told you Showtime lost money on most of Floyd fights, but stayed the course? That's complete BS. And Stephen Espinosa, he said, shaking my head, it seems like everybody thinks they know more about Floyd's Showtime CBS deal than the people that were actually involved. And then Espinosa went on to say, didn't force Floyd into anything, least of all a network deal. Then he went on to say, Stephen Espinosa said, none of Floyd fights was loss leaders, not a single one. They just went on and on and on, man, and just ranting about the shit. But basically, they was just trying to draw comparisons from Canelo deal with DAZN and Floyd Mayweather deal with CBS and Showtime. And I think it was done.
Man, listen.
It was done in piss poor taste, though. You know that I know.
Doug Fisher had a point about the mindset of Canelo.
Yeah.
But you don't talk numbers when you don't know the real, because there's absolutely no way Showtime. They might have took a loss on a Berto fight, but they more than made up for it with Manny Pacquiao, Conor McGregor, fights like that. Even the Madonna fights, those were big fights, and the plus minus margin was way more on the plus side than the minus side. And at the end of the day, they made a profit. Is no way you can tell me they lost on that deal in the long run.
Yeah. But look what he said. Doug Fisher defended himself, He pointed out, he said, I wasn't taking a dig at Floyd or Showtime. I presented several past pay-per-view business examples in response to the question about Canelo and his DAZN situation. And he says, those with adequate reading comprehension can see that I presented Show Floyd as an example of a successful network star union. The union is successful because the two sides stayed the course until monster events could be made, which includes Floyd Canelo.
That's what I stated. They took a loss on some fights, but then they made the big ones. And Doug Fisher said, he said, Floyd is willing to fight events and not necessarily fights with historical boxing meaning. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Floyd will go fight whoever's hot in whatever genre. He'll go fight an MMA fighter to get that bread. Yep. And that's a valid point. So sometimes you got to get your panties out of a bunch and stop being so sensitive and just hear people out, man. I mean, no matter what you feel about Doug Fisher.
Oh, no, he dropped jewels. He dropped money.
No matter how you feel about who he's working for or their agenda, everybody's got a point. Mm-hmm. Sometimes people make good points, man.
Look what he said. He said, I wasn't picking on Floyd. I also mentioned Evander Holyfield and Manny Pacquiao's past guarantees causing money losses. And then he went down, bro, and he broke down all the Floyd numbers. He said the Guerrero fight got 840,000 buys. Canelo got 2.2 million buys. Maidana 1 got 900,000 buys. Maidana 2 got 925,000 buys. Pacquiao got 4.6 million buys. Berto got 555,000 buys. McGregor got 4.4 million buys. He said 7 fights. That equals out to be 14,415,000 pay-per-view buys, which ended up being $1,306,125,000. He said, you did one side of the math. You left out revenue splits and fighter payouts. Like they was going back and forth, bro. It was a big deal. Like it was a back and forth exchange. You know, it's too much to get into because it was just a long thread. But to make a long story short, man, he he had a point with what he was saying. I kind of feel like he's Golden Boy used him as the mouthpiece to try to justify the situation that's going on with Canelo and DAZN. And he tried to use
he's kind of being a lawyer for Canelo Alvarez right now.
Yeah.
He's stating that DAZN really should shut the fuck up.
Yes.
And put on some fights. Get Canelo in the ring and good things will happen for you. You keep going down this road, you're going to keep hemorrhaging cash. You're going to end up in the boxing graveyard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Moving on to some unpleasant news, man, but we're going to get right into it. Dominique Wade, the former middleweight title challenger, he currently being held without bond at Charles County Detention Center on 3 charges of sexual misconduct.
Hey, man.
It's a rough situation, man.
I don't know what happened.
But they classifying it as a second-degree rape charge, basically.
Check this out. I've been checking the guy out on social media, showing signs of brain damage, if you ask me. Not saying, don't know, but kind of feeling like Canaan on power with this. Whatever they say that nigga did.
He did that shit.
He did that shit.
Yeah, he did.
He did that shit. Hey, yeah. I'm just telling you, man, I don't like he was kind of off kilter there a little bit. So I don't know, bro. I hope the truth comes to the light, whatever that may be. I hope I'm wrong, because you never want that. You don't want that for the young man, especially if you didn't do it, and you really don't want a young lady to even have to go through this. But you kind of, I don't like to ever say. I don't ever like to prejudge the person who's come forward, because a female generally doesn't come forward if something didn't happen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's very rare. It's not like there's $1 million to get from Dominique Wade by claiming that he raped
you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's not a cash cow or anything. So
no.
It's not you know what I'm saying?
So now I don't want to indict nobody, but if they saying he did it, let's look at the evidence and wait till the whole case play out.
Where there's smoke, there's fire.
That's fire. Yeah. Baracus and McCaskill.
Baracus and McCaskill, yeah. Hey,
yeah, man.
I'm gonna say, hey, I heard this news, man, and the first thing I thought was, who cares?
Yeah.
But as I took a look at it, Baracus got her 11-year title run ended.
Yeah.
In an upset by McCaskill. This will be the rematch, the grudge match. She's exercising her rematch clause in the fight. They don't have a date yet. But if they set a date, this is going to be through Matchroom and DAZN as well. So that's kind of up in the air. But if they get it together over there, I'll tune in.
You're going to tune in. You're going to tune in.
I'm going to give it a shot.
All right.
But one thing troubles me. I just want to know, how in the hell did a woman with a 9-2 record with 3 KOs even get up for this title shot? See, that's the type of thing, ladies. See, at one end, you want to tell me, oh, championship fight only $4,000. Maybe you were 9-2 with 3 KOs. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? You don't listen. It doesn't look good for your sport with a 9-2 chick beating a 36-1 long reigning champion.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man, and she's decorated now. She not just a undefeated champion, bro. She's a decorated fighter. You know what I mean?
Right, but you let this chick come in basically off the streets of Tulsa, Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and whoop you.
Yeah, whooped her too. Whooped her.
Yeah, but if people say it's controversial, I
Now
didn't
she had a
watch
lot
it.
of fight. I seen the fight. She
Of
had a lot of
course,
fight in her, bro.
of
McCaskill had
course,
a lot of fight in her, but she didn't
yeah,
give up.
of course, I've never seen it, didn't watch it. I'm just telling you what I heard.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you.
I'll check it out this go round, and I'll come back and give you my thoughts whenever that may be. Ladies, you have my undivided attention right now. Don't lose it. Do not lose it.
Nah, I feel you on that. Let's go to MMA news for a second. And when I say a second, I mean a hot second, because not too much happening right now. Biggest story in the sport right now, Conor McGregor got arrested in France. We'll go back to that situation and let all the evidence come out. You know, he got some people defending him. You got some people condemning him. At this point, you just never know, man.
Conor McGregor been unraveling for quite a while now.
Yeah, man. The sexual assault situation.
From that backstage incident where he threw the ladder or whatever it was through the bus window.
Yeah, he threw the dolly. He threw a dolly.
Yeah, whatever the heck it was. He threw a foreign object, in the words of Jim Ross.
Yeah.
Threw a foreign object through the bus window backstage, and all hell broke loose.
Yeah, man, I think it's gonna be it's just one of them situations where you got a whole bunch of money, you weren't preparing for it. As much as you can say that success don't happen overnight and all this shit, that all these cliches people say, man, a lot of it be bullshit when you're not prepared. It don't matter if you've been working your whole fucking life, bro. Your whole life. And you hit the lottery, dude. If you don't play the lottery, if you play the lottery and you don't have a plan for if you win the money, it don't matter what the fucking odds look like. If you don't have a plan for when you win the money, then your shit go unravel too. And I'm not discounting all of the work that he did to get to the point where he at, man, but nobody could be prepared for that kind of success that this man got in a short amount of time, bro. Like, people forget, he wasn't in the UFC his whole career. He was literally in the UFC, man, I think 5 years at best. He only competed in the UFC maybe 5, I think no longer than 7 years, but I think it was 5 years, if I'm not mistaken, bro. And I don't want to Google it and go into the particulars of it, but he didn't have a long UFC run.
He just bust on the scene.
Yeah, he really just broke like maybe a few years back, man. So like people like to say, oh yeah, man, he going through this, he going through that because he don't know how to do this. Man, you can't be prepared for the amount of success this man got and the amount of money he got. UFC fighters don't make the money that he made within this short amount of time.
Money only highlights your worst qualities.
I believe that.
So like, this was always him. It just is magnified. It's times 10 now.
Yeah.
Because now he's probably, you know what I'm saying, feeling entitled. He's feeling like every chick wants him, and who's gonna turn down Conor McGregor? You know what I'm saying? And when you start to get that mindset, bad things can happen.
Man, look, I Googled it, bro. He made his UFC debut April 6, 2013, bro, on a fight night card.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's barely 7 years ago, bro. You know what I mean? And he didn't break the ceiling. He didn't bust through the ceiling, bro, until like 2016, 15, something like that, bro.
He still had to grind to get started.
Yeah. So it's not like, this is everything that he has attained is fairly new to him, bro.
About the last 4 years.
Yeah, this shit is new
3
to
to
him.
4.
Exactly. And the amount of money in that short amount of time, people forget that shit. Like, yeah, he got the money with Floyd, but he was already making records. Yeah, but he was already making record-breaking pay-per-view.
But he didn't make no money like that money. That afforded him. That's why he hadn't been, like, he could basically retire.
Yeah, he can retire now. Like, I mean, he got his whiskey proper 12 popping. He got some other things that he doing.
Hey, that whiskey is trash, by the way.
I never tried it.
I did.
Not a whiskey guy.
I did, unknowingly. And then when I got it, this is Conor McGregor's. It's trash.
Boo-boo. Shit was boo-boo?
It was Odell.
Yeah, I can't do that. Nah, I can't do that shit.
Oh, man.
See, and that's but he do have like some shit going on. I mean, I heard he had the McGregor and sports and entertainment, some shit. You know, it's a lot of shit that was going on behind the scenes, but I just feel like his bread and butter is always gonna be combat sports, man. It's always gonna be fighting. And I think nobody else is gonna get he really can't fully get behind those other business ventures so he can retire because this motherfucker's an athlete, bro. He a fighter by nature. He never gonna let that shit go.
I was looking at the pic, man. He looks bad.
Yeah, he never gonna let the shit go though, bro.
No, he looks bad.
What you mean in
like
terms of
face, he looks bad. Like he looks like how dude's face.
Mm-hmm.
Like it looks like he's like he might be on some drugs, man.
Oh shit, he look that bad, bro?
He look bad.
Man, I'm gonna have to check him out, man. I'm gonna have to check
him
out.
You need to check that out.
And you know his boy, Autumn Lowball, he coming back to fight one fight deal over there in shit. I think he fighting. I think in France too, if I'm not mistaken. He signed a deal to fight a little guy.
Well, hey, can we put Conor McGregor? Can we put Conor McGregor on the Coke Boys?
Yeah, we could.
Can we do that?
We probably can.
I think it's safe to say he does a little cocaine.
Probably can.
At minimum.
I gotta check him out. I gotta check him out and see, man. I gotta check him out.
At minimum, he's a Coke boy.
Damn, he look that bad, bro?
I mean, cocaine, you can function on cocaine.
Yeah, but
you can function on cocaine. Look at John Jones. I mean, he don't, but I think he might be mixing it with a little something. He's doing something else too. He might be on some opioids.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Shit.
It gets him to looking bad. He might be on some opioids.
Oh, I'll have to see about that.
For the pain, it's running rampant in the fighter community.
Yeah, you're right about that. Sticking on the UFC, you know, they had an event over the weekend, man. Michelle Waterson and Angela Hill. Angela Hill, man, she just can't catch a break, bro. She lost 5-round decision to Waterson, bro. After the fight, she was like, man, I need to take these girls down and start hugging them. You know, I just, you know.
Hey, listen, tell you something. That can be entertaining.
Yeah.
In women's MMA. Now, I don't like to see the guys with the humping and wrestling, but you give me 2 chicks.
It's going down.
Call it what you will.
Yeah.
I don't mind seeing it. You know, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Go ahead. If that's how you feel, you need to win. Like you say, that winning mentality, man.
Yeah, the winning mentality of a motherfucker. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, the ex-UFC alum, Kat Zingano, you know, the one that I thought that was still in the UFC, she went to Bellator.
Did she come through?
Yeah, she came through. Yeah, she came through. She got a decision, man, over Gabby Holloway.
Great.
And on Bellator 45.
Get that paper, Kat.
And Phil Davis in the main event, he won a decision. Yeah, he won a decision. He beat Lyoto Machida. Like
you say, man, in the words of Jeff Johnson on The Distinguished Gentleman, man, what you say Friday, the name you know.
Yeah, the name you know, man.
The name you know.
The name you know.
Go with the name you know, baby. Jeff Johnson, the congressman.
Yeah. Phil Davis said that he want to fight either Corey Anderson or a rematch with the newly crowned light heavyweight champ in Vadim Nemkov, the one that beat Ryan Bader to win the strap last month.
Man, they got all that. I know Ryan Bader. He was in the UFC too.
Yeah, that's why I say, bro. You know,
this is just like they coming. You know, they kind of like.
It's like the D leagues of
not the
MMA
because
or the UFC.
These guys were marquee fighters.
Yeah.
So it would have to be more. It's like the big 3.
Yeah, I take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, Ice Cube League.
You know why? Because like I said, man, like we spoke on it. You know, UFC, they get rid of fighters, and you know these promotions, UFC know how to build names, bro. So even though those fighters is not performing at their peak, they still got the name to be able to carry a show.
Right.
So, I mean, it's smart for like Bellator to pick up fighters like that. But now I'm really being honest with you. I'm believing right now that Bellator really do have the best light heavyweight division right now.
right now.
Yeah, I think so, man.
I
I
feel
just
you because when John Jones left, he kind of put the UFC, set the UFC back in that division. They're gonna have to reestablish some things in that division over there. And if you still rocking with us right now, if you've made it this far, you still listening to us or looking at us or whatever platform you want, man, like, share, subscribe this video, man. Hey,
and subscribe to the podcast. Subscribe to the
Subscribe
podcast too.
Right, but most importantly, on YouTube, subscribe to the Pugilism Company.
Yeah.
Subscribe if you're watching on the Locker Room. Subscribe and ride with us. Take this journey with us, people. It's only gonna get better. We're getting better every time. We gonna bring it to you every week, twice a week, no matter what. This episode is proof of that. I've been through hell this episode, people. You don't know what I've been through.
Yeah.
I'm on a gas station pair of earphones right now. I don't know what my sound quality is gonna come out like. My camera quality is better than ever, though. Who knew? Who knew how that would go? But I tell you what I'm gonna do, JB. Now you have to walk me through this now.
Yeah, go ahead.
My mic. You know my mic I was using on the computer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's got this end on it. Okay.
Mm.
Is it something I can do to make it to where I can plug that into my phone? Because I like this. This is actually better for me.
I think they have an adapter that you can use, but I need to look into it. I think you got to go to Best Buy. I think sell them.
I'll do that because I'm liking this setup. Once I can get this right. As long as I can get my mic, I think we in there.
Yeah, I think they have I think they got a little situation we can use. I gotta find an adapter though, man. What I do, I'll send you the adapter.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's like the same one they use for the USB. I mean, for the HDMI. I think it's a two part adapter.
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta look and see.
All right. Well, hey man, we got anything else on the MMA, Doc?
Oh nah, we good, man. That's it, bro. It was pretty dead, man. Ain't nothing really was going on, bro. That's all they had. I mean, they had a few little things, but it wasn't worth talking about right now.
About as dead as the New York Football Giants.
You already know, man. You already know.
Yeah. Hey.
Next week, I mean, this Friday we'll have a little bit more because a lot of the stories that was developing before we went on air. You know, we'll have the details will be more fleshed out.
And make sure you tune in Friday. We give you our fighters to watch in boxing and MMA.
Yeah.
You know.
And our fight night pick'ems too. Our fight night pick'ems, man.
Yeah, I'm coming across a little bad stretch, JB.
Yeah, you down 2-0 right now.
I'm not picking.
Hold up, you 1-0 or you man, we gotta keep score, man.
I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have to start keeping score.
Yeah.
I started off good when we first started. Mm-hmm. Cause I told you Povetkin was gonna sleep White.
Oh yeah. Oh, so you 2-1 right now.
Probably so.
Yeah, because I'm 1-2 right now.
Yeah,
because I picked Phil Davis, you picked Zingano, and I picked Phil Davis, and then I picked White to beat Povetkin. You right? Yeah. So you up right now for this season. It's all good though.
I'm coming for you. What Booker T say? I'm coming for you.
You already know it, man. Friday, stay tuned, man. You know we got the fighters to watch. And everything,
back in here. Hopefully Friday, man, we got some good news on the Devin Haney, Gary Russell Jr. front.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can come to terms. We'll start getting into that Charlo two main event card there as that draws closer. Mm-hmm. It's a very, very, very intriguing, a lot of bang for your buck in that fight, JD.
Yeah, and it's actually 2 cards. It's 2 cards.
Well,
No, it's 2 cards separate. It's like one early in the day at 4, and then the other one come on at 9. Yeah, it's separate.
You got to pay twice?
No, you pay one time. You pay one time, but it's for from what I seen, you pay one time, but it's broken down.
But I think maybe the 4:00 card rolls over into that card. That's gonna last you. If you start at 4 and you got 4 fights, you gonna roll right over into 9.
Yeah. But that's why they marketing it as having they promoting it as having 2 main events. The Jamal gonna fight basically Jamal is gonna fight in the middle of the card.
And Jamel
and then Jamel, no, you're gonna have 3 fights, then Jamal gonna fight, then you're gonna have 3 undercard fights, and then Jamel gonna fight. Yeah.
It's still one card. It's just too many events.
There's too many events, yeah.
And whatever they have, they slice it.
Yeah, it's still the same shit.
It's one card.
Yeah. And then this weekend we got Pedraza fighting Molina on the 19th. We got Lubin fighting Gashi on the 19th on Showtime. I mean, we got some events coming up this weekend too, so it's gonna be a good situation.
Friday's gonna be action packed.
Yeah, Friday's gonna be a little bit more action packed, man. But on that note, shit, man. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe. I'm JB. I'm with CP.
No doubt.
We out, man.
All right.